Good evening, everyone. You are watching the Just Keep Up podcast, where we're one step ahead. I'm Kurt Johnson. This is Pete Zindros. We're excited to be back to you guys here on this Saturday, guys. We have a great show planned for you guys. We have a lot to talk about, lots to get into. It's going to be a pretty big show. Featured story tonight, guys. We're going to be talking all about Aaron Rodgers and is he done in New York? It's going to be a massive featured story. Report has been leaked from someone inside the building, an unnamed source inside the building, that says that he or she overheard a conversation that was stemming Aaron Rodgers and his tenure with the Jets. It could be over. They were talking about IR, possibly even benching him, benching Aaron Rodgers. So it's going to be a massive feature story, guys. I'm going to give my take on it, and you guys are going to love that take, man. But yeah, it hasn't been official. It's not breaking news. Didn't come from Shefty, didn't come from anyone like that. This is just leaked from someone inside of the building. It could have been a janitor, or it could have been the owner, Woody Johnson himself. We don't know, but we are going to talk a little bit about that. Speaking of someone who has been released, we're going to be talking about Daniel Jones. He's been released from the New York Giants. And yeah, I mean, that's a pretty big deal. He lost the starting job at quarterback, and then he was actually taking snaps at safety in practice before he was ultimately cut. Both parties had decided that that was the best move. So we're going to be talking all about that. And then to end the football section, we're going to be talking about Ravens and Chargers for our prediction week. Ravens and Chargers. Ravens are 7-4. Chargers are 7-3. So we're going to be giving our predictions that game. And then for the background of the show, guys, we're going to switch it to NBA. So we're going to be talking about rookie sensation, DALTON. Is he the Lakers' next big thing? So we're going to be talking about that. And then we're also going to be talking about who could have predicted this. The Cavs lost to the Celtics, and they were beat badly. Okay, they were down by as many as 20 points. They ended up making it a close game, but they did lose to the Celtics, which, could anyone saw this coming? I mean, I'm pretty sure that I saw this coming. So we're going to talk about that, guys. So it's going to be a great show, guys. We have a lot to talk about, lots to get into. Before we get into it, guys, I'm going to remind you to like and subscribe. Help us to impact and to reach as many people as possible. In addition to that, guys, give us a follow on Rumble, guys. Rumble.com, Just Keep Up Podcast. We've been going crazy on Rumble. We had God Pill. We were debating certain topics that we can't on YouTube. And then, I have not a viral clip, but a pretty interesting clip on TikTok. And, I've been getting a lot of backlash for it. If you guys want to see my response, on Monday I will be doing a show on Rumble with my response to it. It was of the God Pill podcast that we did. And, I said that knowledge is satanic. As we all know, knowledge is satanic. And people really didn't like it. They really didn't like it. And, I got the, well, Curtis, why are you saying knowledge is satanic? Do you not want us to learn any knowledge? You don't want us to have knowledge? Fucking retards, man. YouTube. Right, YouTube. Let me calm down. Yeah, so anyways, guys, if you're interested to know my response, definitely check us out on rumble.com. I may even make a response video faster. People have been doing respond videos to my TikTok. They've been literally responding with videos to my TikTok. Like, yeah, this guy doesn't want us to have knowledge and all this stuff. Like, bro. So,
hey man, this is what the stuff comes with. You're not going to please 100% of the crowd, so.
Yeah, and I mean, bro, like, is it just this where I'm just like, people honestly think like, oh, he's trolling or he's just trying to get under my skin. Like, bro, but this is where the truth gets you. You can either... I can lead you to the truth, but I can't make you believe it. And then that's what it is, man.
And hey, guys, let me also make a comment. Yeah. So, under my very factual video about the Chiefs getting demolished by the Bills, I had some backlash myself. But for any of you guys out there, just know if I respond to you guys, it's all love. It's not that deep. I'm just giving my opinions at the end of the day. You guys can feel free to argue back with me if you have anything to disagree with. I will simply argue back in a nice, respectful way. So don't take anything I say personally, okay? That's all I just
Pete's
want to
the
say.
nice guy. Take what I say very personal, okay? This is an attack, okay? If you respond, be prepared for backlash. Be prepared for the fire, because Kurt's bringing the fire. I'm always going to know what to say, because honestly, anything that I say on, online, I know 100%. So if you try to come at the king, you best not miss. All right, guys? So, yeah, but yeah, I mean, I didn't expect it. Like I say, it's not viral or anything. A couple thousand views and, a lot of comments and interactions going back and forth. All love, all fun and games. But if you're going to come at the king, you got to be ready to defend your stance. Okay, guys? But yeah, so... Bro, I cannot believe that freaking dork we could say dork on YouTube. That freaking dork made a comment and he was just like, well, you're a coach, so you're telling me that you don't spread knowledge? It's like, bro, oh, the IQ in chat, bro. Oh my, the IQ in chat. But yeah, guys, I want to move on. We're going to jump into the show, guys. Again, rumble.com, just keep up podcast. But we're going to jump into the show here. So our feature story, again, is Aaron Rodgers. Is he done in New York? So as I mentioned earlier, a report has been leaked from the locker room. We don't know who it was from. It could have been from a janitor, a teammate, an agent. We don't know. But a report was leaked inside the Jets facility that says that the Jets were planning on putting Aaron Rodgers on IR, which they literally cannot do that or they'll get fined if he's not hurt. But put him on IR, or they could even bench him or even cut him. So big feature story. Before I give my take on that, though, I want to hear your take.
I would just say, New York Jets, you guys are arguably the worst franchise in sports history. Like, dude, it is your fault you're even in this position to begin with. I was telling you guys that when Robert Saleh got fired, it was a big mistake because not only did these freaking idiots fire their defensive-minded head coach over their offensive issues, they then proceeded to make their defensive intern the head coach. Like, dude, if you think your defensive head coach is not getting you anywhere, what makes you think the defensive assistant is going to change anything?
Fucking clown.
And mind you, defense wasn't even the problem. It was clearly the offense. And since then, the offense got better, obviously, because they got Devontae. But their defense is absolute dog shit now. Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe because you fired your defensive head coach, you idiots. Like, bro, this is just outrageous. Now that they're even debating on benching or cutting Aaron Rodgers, like, it's ridiculous. Like, yeah, your season is over. Don't get me wrong, but it's over because you guys fired Robert Saleh. Like, listen, the least you guys could do is, you got Aaron Rodgers, you got these guys around you. Try and build up some chemistry the rest of this year. Like, I know these games mean nothing, but try and build something headed towards next year. Next year, get, like, a head coach that actually suits you guys. Like, if you guys want more defense, go for defense. You guys want better offense, go for offense. Do whatever you guys think from there, but at least get a head coach for next season. Establish the situation a bit more. Let these guys get going with some chemistry, because there is some chemistry issues there. Don't just freaking cut Aaron Rodgers or bench him and be like, yeah, well, I mean, we want to rebuild. Like, this team is not working. Dude, you guys are freaking retard. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I have a lot to say. Okay. So, first off, you're going to bench, Aaron Rodgers, I guess. The plan is bench, cut, or whatever. And obviously, his play is not the reason why they're going to bench him or cut him or whatever. But, they're saying, hey, we got him to win the Super Bowl. We're obviously not in that position. So, we're going to try to plan for the future. Aaron Rodgers stats on the year, he's 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, which is the best quarterback play that the Jets have had in the last probably, 20 years. If he keeps up this pace, he's on track for 31 touchdowns and around 10, 11, 12 interceptions. If you look at the remaining games and then you look at the strength in the remaining schedule, that's around his average. So if you get that, that's still a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback. So obviously they're doing this, or allegedly they're doing this because that's not where the team thought that they should be. But I want to give a broader aspect to you guys. There's been reports leaked to show that after the Broncos game that they lost 10-9 at home, which was right after the game that Aaron Rodgers and the Jets beat the Patriots 24-3 on that Thursday night. Reports are saying that Woody Johnson was thinking about benching Aaron Rodgers after that game. So at 2-2, with Aaron Rodgers' 4th game back from tearing his Achilles, Woody Johnson thought that would be a good idea to bench Aaron Rodgers after 4 games. What? I don't understand that. Okay. So if you thought it was a good idea to bench Aaron Rodgers, right, when you lost to the Broncos 10-9, why would you then, after 2 losses after that, get his receiver Devontae Adams and say, okay, now that you guys have chemistry, try to make it work? So does that make any sense? If I strongly believe that this guy should be benched, I am not then going to get his best friend as a wide receiver and then say try to make it work. It's very clear they have zero idea what they're doing. They have zero idea. As you said, they fired Robert Saleh, their defensive coach, when the problem, leading up to that point, was the offense. That has nothing to do, or little to do, with Robert Saleh. He is the head coach, so that has something to do with him, but not much. We all knew that the defense was stout, and we all knew that the offense was going to take time to reach its potential. I mean, you can't give Aaron Rodgers 4 games after tearing his Achilles with a brand new team that he hasn't played for ever, right? With a bunch of guys who he's never played with. You can't expect it to look, out the gate, fresh out the gate. It's going to take time. So the fact that they could be this impatient it shows. I mean, it shows that they're just a terrible franchise. That's what it shows. So, with all that being said, it's just stupid. They went ahead and they think that the season is lost, but then you sign Devontae Adams. You think the season's lost, and then you sign Hassan Reddick. Like, I don't. Why are you signing all of these guys this late in the season if you think that the season is lost and you're gonna blow it up? Why would you sign Hassan Reddick and then 2 weeks later say, yeah, you know what? Never mind. We're just gonna blow it all up. That shows you have zero idea, zero concept about what you want to do as an organization. I agree with Pete. Like, the best thing that you should do, build chemistry for next year. This is the last thing that they need, is reports like this in the locker room. Aaron Rodgers said it before they went on the bye, but he said, our biggest thing is we need to stick together. Like, this has always been a 2-year process. This always will be a 2-year process. We underperformed. There's no doubt about that. But, we have to stick together. We have to make this thing work. Maybe not this season, but it's always been a 2-year process. So the fact that you could just sit here and say, well, I don't want to commit to anything long term, so I'm just going to blow it all up and bench Aaron Rodgers and do all these things, that makes no sense. So L for the fucking Jets, bro. And L for Woody Johnson too. Like, it's very clear that this guy has zero concept of like what he's doing. Like, he has zero idea what he wants to do. But yeah, I'm if this report is true, I just want to clarify that the report, it's saying that they don't know who it was from. It was leaked, but it could have just been a janitor talking. It could have been we don't know. It hasn't been confirmed or denied by anyone of significance in the organization. So I just want to clarify that. But I want to move on. I want to talk about Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has been released. As you guys know, Pete has been very critical of Daniel Jones. So I'll give Pete the first word.
I have never seen a quarterback this bad get 7 seasons of opportunity. Never, ever in my life. And then you got organizations like the Jets saying they want to give up on Aaron Rodgers after 11 weeks. Like, dude, who's running these organizations? Like, who? Like, these organizations are ran by incels, I'm convinced, bro. Literal incels, bro. Bro, just get me in the office, bro. You guys want to fix your situations, I'll take care of everything, all right? There's no way in hell Daniel Jones should have gotten 6 to 7 seasons of opportunity. He is ass as fuck, and the Jets, I already said they're freaking retards, so yeah, I can't say the word. Yeah, bro, these organizations are ran by incels, bro.
Yeah, bro. I mean, bro, like you give Daniel Jones a contract and then like, the next season you're just like, bro, they go in his house and they're like ready to kick this guy out of town. It's like, wow. But yeah, bro, I mean, these organizations, bro, it's just like, what the hell are you guys doing, bro? Like your alternative, and this is what I say, like, I'm not saying you have to stand by a decision that you made. I'm not saying that you can't jump ship. I'm not saying that. But you have to be smart about it. If you shit the bed, I'm not going to lie, guys. If you shit the bed, you have to lay in it now. Like, you made your bed. You need to lay in it, bro. Like, the fact that they could sign Daniel Jones to a huge contract because they think that, with the okay team, he could take them over the hump. What have you done to help out Daniel Jones? You guys do realize Tommy DeVito is going to come in the game and he's going to do the same exact thing. You do realize the other quarterback that they have, if Tommy DeVito doesn't work out, he's going to come in and he's going to do the same exact thing. They don't have an offensive line. They don't have a running game. They don't have a wide receiver outside of Neighbors. Bro, it's going to be the same thing. You don't have a trustworthy head coach. So, bro, you're going to sub out Daniel Jones and put in someone else, and it's going to be the same thing. You're going to cut Aaron Rodgers or whatever the Jets plan on doing. Who are you going to start? 37-year-old Tyrod Taylor? Well, what's the next option? Like, bro, I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I mean, bro, from the start, I mean, none of us, we all agreed that Daniel Jones should have never gotten that contract. But since you gave him the contract, what's the benefit from cutting him? Can anyone explain the benefit from cutting him? We can all agree he's better than Tommy.
I don't know. Is he, bro?
Bro, come on.
I don't know, bro.
Come on.
That's Tommy Cutlets right there, bro. He came in and he was doing extraordinary things that
Daniel
a game
Jones
and a half never did.
Bro, for a game and a
bro,
half.
I've never seen Daniel Jones even be good for a game and a half. Like, the guy sucks.
I mean, bro. I personally would take him at quarterback. You have to have you have to have a solid team around him, though, bro. I mean, the Rams were giving up on Jared Goff, and then what happens? He goes to the Lions. You give him a good offensive line, good receivers, and he looks like the MVP. Well, so I'm not saying that Daniel Jones could do that, but what I'm saying is no quarterback is going to succeed with the offense of the New York Giants. I think we can all agree on that. So what's the play here? What's the play? I don't get it. If you had a young rookie quarterback that you were gonna, have, like, for example, with the Patriots, if you have, like, a guy like that you want to play and you want to get rid of the veteran, that's fine. But you're getting rid of the veteran for another veteran. Like, this is what the Jets did. They fired their defensive coach to hire a defensive coach. You are gonna let Aaron Rodgers go for another guy who's 1 year younger than him. He's 30. Well, he's 37. Aaron Rodgers will be 40, but he's not young. So what's the plan here? I don't get it. I just don't get it. But yeah, I want to move on, guys. I want to get into our last topic for the day, for football, which is our predictions week. So it's going to be Ravens versus Chargers. That's our prediction game. Who do you have winning that game?
Honestly, I think that the Ravens are gonna go in there and take care of business. They're the away team. Yeah, I think they're gonna go in there, take care of business. They're 7-4. They still want to make a push at challenging the Steelers for the division. I think they're gonna go in there and take it. Now, as far as the Chargers go, they're 7-3. They're in a division with the Chiefs, obviously, so they have no chance at winning the division. They're pretty much just playing to get in the wild card. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, they've looked a lot better than a lot of us thought they would. Like, their defense is actually pretty good this year. Their offense is better than expected. Like, they got a few young guys, like Lad McConkey, their rookie. He's looking like a stud so far. Quentin Johnston is pretty solid. Then they got Josh Palmer. Like, they got a few names in there. I'm not gonna lie. I think they'll definitely make the playoffs. They have a pretty bright future overall. But yeah, I think the Ravens are gonna win this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Ravens are going to win as well. I think this is must win for the Ravens. If you lose this game, the reason why I say it's a must win is if you lose this game, the division is probably locked.
Over, yeah.
It's probably locked because now if you lose this game, you're already 2 games back because the Steelers have, the tiebreaker. Now, if you then lose again, now you're essentially 3 games back, even though you're 2 games back statistically speaking, but you're 3 games back because they beat you guys. So, yeah, I mean, this is the number 1 seed on the line, or the number 1 in their division on the line. So they have to take care of business. They know it, and they will. I mean, they started off the season 0-2, and their season was on the line, and then they won like 5 straight. So yeah, I mean, they'll answer the call for sure. The Chargers don't need it as bad as the Ravens. But yeah, I want to move on. I want to get into the second half of the show. So we're gonna talk about rookie sensation Dalton KNECHT.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk about Dalton KNECHT. If you guys don't know, if you guys have been living under a rock, he's the 17th pick. The Lakers picked him up with the 17th pick in this year's draft. And so far this year, he's been doing pretty good, okay? He had a little slow start, but he's been picking it up the last couple of weeks. He had a 37-point game. He had a 22-point game. He had a 9 3-pointer game. So he's really been doing his thing. So a lot of people have been talking about him. What's your thoughts on Dalton KNECHT?
All right, before I give my thoughts, I just want to read you guys what he did his last 5 games. His last 5 games, he played 26 plus minutes. When before that, I'm looking at it right now, he's playing like around 15-ish minutes. So the last 5 games is where he's really
because
been
of the
starting
Rui
to
Hachimura injury.
Yeah.
So Rui Hachimura's been out, so Dalton KNECHT replaced him in the starting lineup.
Right. So this is what he did during that 5-game stretch. 19 points, 14 points, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 37 points, 5 rebounds, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. So the guy's clearly been going off ever since he's gotten his opportunity. Believe it or not, the Lakers might have gotten the best prospect from the class at pick 17. Like, I think LeBron might have been right when he was saying 16 other teams effed up. Like, really, this guy arguably might be the best rookie in the class, and he's looking like a stud right now, man. Like, I'm not going to lie, he might be the next Klay Thompson. Like, he looks like that guy where he's going to give you those hot quarters where he's going to go off for like 5+ threes in a quarter. He's going to give teams that offensive spark they need when things are looking kind of grim. Like, he looks like that guy right now. He's only 23 years old, too. Only 23 years old doing this stuff, man. Like this is crazy. I truly believe he's the next Klay Thompson, personally. Yeah, I mean, he got a long way to go in the NBA. The Lakers definitely got a good backcourt set for their future in him and Austin Reeves, that's for sure.
Okay, yeah, so I don't know if he's going to be the next Klay Thompson because we have to remember prime Klay Thompson was an elite defender, and we all know Dalton KNECHT isn't that. I think offensively, I think KNECHT could definitely do a lot of what Klay Thompson does or did in the past at least, where they can just go on hot streaks where it's like now teams Dalton KNECHT will hit 1 3 and the team will just call timeout. Because they've seen this before. Coming. They know what's coming, guys. Like, once he sees one go in, he could get hot in a hurry. And so, teams are now game planning for Dalton KNECHT. And so I think that this is a good thing. However, I don't think that he'll be Klay Thompson because he'll never reach peak Klay Thompson defense. He was an elite defender defensively. So that's tough to say, but I do see resemblance on offense for sure. And I think we just have to keep watching and see. But he's definitely well seasoned. I mean, he's 23 years old, so he's an older rookie. So he has a lot more experience. He has a lot more confidence. And I think you're seeing that now. It is going to be a little different when teams really start game planning for you, really start to try to take you away. But I am impressed with what I've seen so far from Dalton Connect. But yeah, I want to move on, guys. I want to get into the last topic for today. The Cavs lost. Who would have predicted this? But the Cavs did lose to the Celtics. They suffered their first defeat after winning 15 straight. What's your take on the Cavs? Do you still feel the same as you did a week ago?
I mean, yeah, because I said the only teams I felt like they weren't better than were the Celtics and the Knicks, and they played the Celtics. They took their first L of the season. They were down 20 points at one point in the game. It ended up being a 3-point loss. But yeah, I mean, this just comes to show you that even though they've been balling, they're not at contention level. At least not as of right now, they're not. I mean, as soon as they played the big dog, they were kind of looking really inferior, if I'm being honest. Like, they were down 20 points at one point. So, yeah, that's just my overall take on it. This is nothing that I didn't say before. I said they weren't better than Boston, and this pretty much just solidified it.
Yeah, I mean, bro, the problem is they just don't have the offense. Like, that's just what it comes down to, bro. Their defense is elite, but I'm telling you, a lot of times when it comes down to meaningful games or playoff games, it comes down to, is my guy better than your guy? And a lot of times if the answer is no, you're going to lose the series, bro. Like, that's just what it comes down to if you're not an elite team offensively. Like Boston, they're an elite team offensively. So that's like the only exception. But like other than that, bro, if you could look across and say, yo, my guy's better than your guy, you're going to have a good chance to win. And the Cavs don't have that. And so, like I said, they could have gone 82-0 in the regular season, and that wouldn't change my mind about the Cavs in the postseason. They're not beating Boston. They're not beating a healthy Philly, and they're not beating a healthy Knicks. Because you got to remember, guys, even though, the Knicks may look how they look right now, they're still new, guys. You give them 5 more months when the playoff starts, in 5 to 6 months, they're going to have chemistry. They're going to look way better than they look right now. And I just don't know if they could be a stretch 5. Like, that's the only thing. So we'll see about that. But yeah, guys, I want to move on. I want to get to the end of the show. It was a great show, guys. We went over our feature story, which was Aaron Rodgers done in New York. Supposedly, it's been leaked. We don't know yet. No one in the organization, of significance is confirming or denying that report. And then we went over Daniel Jones released. We went over Ravens, Chargers, Dalton Connect, and then the Cavs. All right, guys, but I want to move on. I want to get to the end of the show. We'll be back with you guys again on Monday. Again, guys, Just Keep Up podcast on Rumble, guys, rumble.com. If you're interested in God Pill, if you're interested in, hearing our perspectives on the genders or, just what's going on in politics, what's going on in the world in general, rumble.com, guys, Just Keep Up podcast. And also, if you're interested for my response to all of these dorks online, okay, guys, if you're interested to hear my response to these dorks online, you can give us a follow there. But yeah, do you have anything before we end the show?
No.
All right, guys, we'll talk to you guys again on Monday. All right, guys, peace.